Hello everybody, welcome back to the training. Started off with some strength, but I am building some mobility in the back. When you do an L-sit pull-up, it does elongate your lat muscles and your back, so I am using it to stretch out somewhere around the scapula and the back, latimus, under the armpits. It's pretty good getting the shoulder nice and fortified and pain-free movement that I've caused some aggravation from doing a lot of bridging statically. So the pull-ups are a really good way to build strength. I think even the Navy SEALs use pull-ups to target back pain and to keep your back from hurting. Hanging is very good. Now I'm going for dips, maximum range of motion, going for as big a stretch as I can and contraction, building up some mobility. To be honest, when I do it, it's very intense, so I'm not really sure where I'm building up mobility, but I'm building it somewhere, I think in the shoulders, but it's a little difficult to tell when you're doing it, or when I'm doing it at least. And then I go back into hanging from one arm just to fortify the shoulder. It does work the grip. It does work a little bit of coordination. But the transition from hanging from one arm to two arms back to one arm, there's a lot of benefit there. So be mindful of the transitions. Be mindful of the positions themselves. Later in the day, I go into some push-ups, starting off with on the back of the hands, the fists, the fingertips. Those three positions is where I spent the time swapping between them. The back of the hand pull-ups, push-ups for the wrist, did cramp up my hands and fingers, so I am building some amount of mobility there and strength. Very good. So if you take some inspiration from this or got any motivation or ideas, please leave a like, please comment, subscribe. That's some of the best ways to help out the channel, and it's completely free. This was actually very good for pumping up the upper body, pushing muscles. My chest, shoulders, and arms were very pumped up. This was almost a bodybuilding for the upper body, but for the wrist and the hands, I was building lots of strength in the joints, mobility in the wrist, and fingertip strength. So very good. Overall, very good. Building up a lot of the chest muscles, shoulder muscles, arm muscles, and strengthening ligaments, tendons. Some of my favorite ways to train. And now I get into nighttime stretching. Because of my hip situation, I am going to just keep it kind of new stretches, very easy. I'll be switching it up a little bit. I'm getting into stretching out the shoulder. I'm putting my hand on my hip and then my elbow on my knee and moving my elbow against the resistance of my knee to build some mobility, flexibility, strength, all of that. I want to get back outside and do some jump rope. I think I'm going to do some jumping rope tomorrow, or some sort of footwork that I can do that won't really put too much pressure on my hips. Let those heal for a bit. I think it's going to be quite a while, maybe a couple weeks before I do any lower body work. That might aggravate that. Spent a lot of time working with the squat. Your ability to fully bend your leg and your abilities to get into contact with the ground, be able to be comfortable with the ground, touch the ground with your arms, with your butt, with your back, knees, fully bending the legs. Squat is one of the best movements that everyone should learn how to do. It really changed my life. It gives you a lot of opportunities to sit on the ground and to use the ground a lot more comfortably. Now I'm getting into some headstand balances, though it was a little hard because I could really only use one leg to balance because the other leg was pretty sore, my left hip. I just tried to flag off to go to one side. I think the progression I'm at right now is just a one-finger support, and you'll see what I got next time. Bye-bye.